So there's been a lot of talk about tariffs from China, Canada, and Mexico through the president since he ran for office, since he put an executive order in, and his plan to make America great again. Discounted tariffs that China, Mexico, and Canada has been getting must come to a stop. So first of all, you should know Donald Trump is a businessman and he's going to do stuff pertaining to business to make money. So this is why tariffs was an important part of his speech. Hey, we're going to make America great again. We're going to get America out of debt. We're going to do these tariffs because these companies have been getting over on America. Now, of course, Mexico, China, and Canada and the U.S., we all need each other because we all trade goods. But America has more capital than they do because we do more business with other countries than they do. For instance, now if you look at the GDP of each country, Mexico, Canada, United States, and this measure all of the country economic system where all the monies come from all over. It measures all of that. So also, the GDP is broken down into four main components. You got the personal consumption of goods. You got the gross private sector of goods that's exported from each country. You have the government consumptions from each country. Also, you have the net export from each company. So that's how you tally up all who has the most leverage to deal with when it comes to tariffs. So, of course, Donald Trump is a businessman. Elon Musk is a businessman. They came up with this plan. Hey, we need to go back and look at how much these guys have been paying, how much we can afford to get from them, and how much we need to tax them to get us caught up. So that's when they came up with things that we've been hearing about was the Doge funds or these stimulus checks or whatever, depending on if this goes through. And yes, today is the day that the tariffs are supposed to go into effect, that he's opposing this 25% tariff on Mexico, Canada, and China. He put this executive order in back in February, and also he's been talking about this since he was the president to get us out of debt. So companies like SHEIN and TEMU have been getting a per diem, or I want to say a exemption called D- because they claim that they're small businesses. They have been getting over tremendously because everything is coming from China, but they have been finding loopholes. So if you do shop at SHEIN and some of the items that come from Amazon, like me, I shop at Amazon. I just got some Amazon packages picked up. I just picked up some because I have some of the things that I need for work, and some of the things that's not in store I have to get from Amazon. So be expecting an increase in Temu, SHEIN, Amazon when these tariffs come into play. So in 2023, Canada exported $410 billion to the United States. The top exports being petroleum, cars, and gas, versus United States are $269 billion that we exported goods. The top of ours being delivery of trucks, cars, and motorcycle parts to Canada. So that alone is almost a $250 billion difference between what we need them for and what they need us for in Canada. Okay, Mexico, 2023, they exported $456 billion in goods to the United States. Things including vehicles, architecture products, and other goods, all type of delivery trucks. A lot of stuff come from Mexico to get into the United States. $456 billion. On the other hand, America, we spend $243 billion with Mexico, things that we need with petroleum, motor vehicles, gas from Mexico. So again, that's a big difference, and I'll get into the numbers a little later, but I wanted to show you overall the big difference in billions of dollars that we export versus what they export. Okay, in 2023, China exported $436 billion to the United States, and with equipment, all of our broadcasting, computers, phones, electronics, office machine parts, furniture, bedding, you name it. The majority of a lot of our stuff say made in China. So again, keep that number, $436 billion that China exports to us versus the United States. We spend $154 billion with China with the things from like gas, petroleum, other exported oil seeds, pretty much gas and soybeans, things that we can pretty much make in the United States. So SHEIN and TEMU packages under $800, the United States is saying they have to pay for them. Along with other companies that's importing anything from China, Canada, Mexico, other countries too. So you got to understand the ball is in our court, because even though we do business with them, we have a small percentage. For instance, so if you look at Mexico's GDP, exports to the United States is 35%. As I just showed you guys, those billions of dollars, they end up being percentages because the GDP, of course, it tally up all of the things that we do and what we buy economically, and the government and other companies and entities and so on and so forth. So that's Mexico exports are 35%. So the United States GDP, which is what we export to Mexico, is only a 1.2%. You see the big difference, and you see how we have the leverage here. I mean, they can keep on going back and forth. Mexico, Canada, China, they can keep saying, oh, well, we're going to impose this tax too. But in reality, we have the big leverage here. 35% to 1.2%. We'll see about that, Mexico. Canada exports GDP wise to the US is a 22%. 22%. Remember, all those billions of dollars that I just showed you and went over, that breaks down with the GDP of all the stuff that we get from them and they get from us, and why we have the leverage, and why our business president and vice president came up with this strategy. Hey, we can charge them more money, and the things that we're lacking, we can have the companies in the United States make them. So the U.S. GDP coming from China is a whopping 1.5%. Again, all those billions of dollars I just went over these are the percentages when you break it down on us needing them versus them needing us. All that money comes to the United States because they have all those products. If we stop getting those products from Canada and Mexico, and I haven't even went over China, then they'll be in trouble versus them trying to charge us. Again, some of the things that we have already right here in the United States. We just haven't been using those companies. And Trump is trying to get a lot of the companies that have moved to Mexico, that have moved to China, because everything was so high here, they're coming back to the United States. So once they come back to the United States, and those are jobs that are going to be implemented here, those are going to be goods that we're going to save on versus paying other countries to get those goods. And now Canada. In 2023, the percentage was almost 15%, like 14.8, which is almost $500 billion monies that we get from Canada. And look, monies that we get from China. But look, this is not just China. You got Japan. These are just like the Asian, you know how the Europeans have a European Union. Okay, all of the countries in Asia that make exports and send them to us, This is just a percentage of all of those countries. Korea, China, Japan, all those places. Now Trump is saying Mexico, you got all different parts of Mexico, you got all different parts of Canada, you got all different parts of Asia that export goods to the United States, and we've been getting those monies. Now, any type of discounts that they were getting, that is finna end. And I know it's in the news right now that, oh, they're saying that they're gonna tax us this and tax us that. We're not worried about it. You know why? Because again, like I said, a lot of those companies that have left the United States, Trump and Elon is already getting them back here for goods that we need. So it's not even really nothing that they can do about it. And I'm not even saying that America is being a bully. What I'm saying is we have the most leverage. Okay, they need us the most because they have the most exported goods. So what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think they're going to give in to United States? I think so, only because who wants to not get rid of stuff that they've already made? They're gonna just have to pay up, and this is gonna be good for our economy. Remember, we're trying to get all of our stuff here in the United States. People voted for Donald Trump. This is what they voted for. So again, it's gonna be all these taxes. I don't know why people are crying about it, because you voted for this. This is what you voted for. You get what you pay for. And if we want to get out of debt, we can't be giving them deals and letting them get over on our economy. We're going to go bankrupt and we're going to be up for grabs. I mean, anybody could come in and say, hey, I'll give you this to get you out of debt. So this is why they're implementing this, guys. It's chess and checkers. Chess and checkers. We playing chess in the United States and they playing checkers. Comment down below and let me know what you think about the tariffs. Do you shop at SHEIN? Do you shop at TEMU? Amazon? I know I do. And I'm going to see what's the difference in the prices that's going to be imposed once this all goes through. And I'm going to keep you guys posted. I'll see you in the next video.